Alright, you guys, we're back with Time Wizard Refurbished. This time around, we got any card plus one Edison format. And honestly, I'm happy for the big turnout. It was a total of 24 players. Everybody had a different, diverse card, right? For myself, you guys will see down the line, I did manage to get into a feature and I decided to play Totally Awesome. If you're not familiar with it, I'll explain it a little bit more later. And it's just basically a water monster that allows you to tribute and negate anything. Yeah, only, right? Imagine that in Edison format. So I guess this is what makes it fun. Just, the what if possibilities, right? I understand that Edison format, for the most part, already is fun, right? But we're just adding a little spice to it from our end, meaning for me and a lot of my buddies that do play this. Yeah, and for those of you guys that are located in the SoCal area, just feel free to leave a comment on this video, and I can definitely get you connected to when we do another local tournament like this and get a lot of people show up. So, but Alvin goes ahead and starts off with the reinforcement of the army, and in my eyes, I think reinforcement of the army going into Stratos turn one, get you set up into your place, but Alvin does decide to get the Prisma. And for both of these gentlemen, as the video goes, they both decided to play Redeyesdarkdragoons, right? It's just one of those cards that's indestructible, can be destroyed by card effects, can be targeted, and it negates a card by discarding a card. But Alvin goes, he summons Prisma, he activates the effects, he reveals Redeyesdarkdragoons, and he discards Dark Magician, or he sends Dark Magician from his deck to the graveyard, which is insane. If this card was around during that time, it would be pretty gnarly as far as being able to kill it. But overall, I mean, there are cards, right? In Yu-Gi-Oh, you just got to really think about what might work to kill certain cards or what doesn't work. For me, I was thinking of ways to kill this card, as I was making my deck, and I thought that Share the Pain was one of those where if I tribute a card and then my opponent tributes a card, we'd be able to both get rid of our monsters. In this case, he'd be able to get rid of the Dragoons, but Alvin does manage to summon the Dragoons by polymerization, sending out the Prisma, and then sending a Dragoon, right? Because the needs to summon Dragoons was Dark Magician plus any one dragon, which makes it really insane if you really think about it in this format, because for those that do play some type of dragon variant, the Breeze Dragon, White Stone, Blue Eyes, there's a lot of cards that can really get you set up with Dragoons. Keep in mind, it's only one copy that you do play, or that we are allowed to play. It's not you get to play 3 of everything. It's just one card. So if you manage to kill this one card, then I'm not saying his deck is done, but it just gets a little more difficult. We see Andrew having difficulties trying to think of how to kill, Alvin's Dragoon, just because, he's trying to bait it out. So sure enough, he activates the Summoner Art, which lets you add a vanilla from your deck to your hand, level 5 or higher. Alvin negated it. And then we got Andrew discarding King of the Swamp to add the polymerization to his hand. Yeah, and then as Andrew adds the polymerization, I think the biggest thing he was debating was trying to get over Dragoon, because it did negate a card, which was the Summoner Art, and then it gains 1,000 on top of that. So trying to beat over a 4,000 attack monster that can't be targeted nor destroyed by card effects, it gets tricky. So Andrew activates polymerization, special his own Dragoon. He can't destroy it because it's only at 3,000. So Andrew's only play is to activate Terraforming, then activate Dragoons himself to gain the extra 1,000 pump and crash. That was the only outplay, and kudos to him. It was A for effort, right? Just because being able to out the Dragoons alone, it can be tough, but he managed to do it. But the upside and the downside is, yes, he can play Yu-Gi-Oh, but now he's top decking every single card. So if he's playing Miracle Fusion and if he's playing some waters to help splash it, then he'd be able to come back. But this is where they both read Red Eyes Wyvern and they're just like, what the heck? Because we're able to see that Red Eyes Wyvern says bring back any Red Eyes monster from the graveyard at your side of the field. So Alvin is able to take that match, well, I'm sorry, that game just by banishing the Wyvern and special summon the Dragoons again. And once again, you have a negate and a 3,000 beater. So yeah, so it does get tricky when it comes to this mirror match because I know they're very good friends, right? So they both discuss ways to out, one another's cards. And one of the quickest outs would be like a lava golem, right? If you just happen to have two monsters, or Volcanic Queen. If your opponent, as you can see it, Andrew's side deck, if you're able to get a Volcanic Queen and just out the Dragoons, then you'll be able to play the game. So that's a quick out, right? But counterintuitive, they both side Masquerade Strict, so they don't have to deal with that concept of, I'm gonna lose out to a lava golem or to a Volcanic Queen. So that, I guess, that's what makes this even a little more interesting, utilizing your side deck to a lot of the random what if cards. For my instance, for my side deck, I did decide to do 3 Divine Wrath and 3 creature swaps and 3 Share the Pain, as I mentioned earlier, just because I didn't know what to expect from my opponents, right? And then the standard Rikeki Break and Dust Tornado, just in case somebody was playing like Imperial Order or something strange, right? But it's gnarly as far as a lot of where these old school decks and the support they've gotten now. I believe one of the bigger Machinas, which nobody played in this event, but in our last event, somebody did win it because it was like a 4,000 Machina monster as well that you're able to just keep special summoning. I forgot the name of it. But point being is that a lot of the older is still getting support. So yeah, I know there's gadget cards, there's Machina, there's Light Torrent cards, there's I believe a lot of the meta decks, right? Even Elemental Heroes. How many Elemental Heroes did not come out, right? My brother, for this event, he decided to play Elemental Hero Sunrise, right? And he caught me off guard because I'm not very familiar with that card, but it was able to add him a Miracle Fusion and still destroy a card with another Elemental Hero card declares. So yeah, there's a lot of decks and a lot of other new cards that are added to the current format, right? And I think that overall that's what makes it fun, right? Being able to find modern cards or just cards that we forgot about and that might push a deck over the edge, right? Maybe even Cloudians and those Ardex, Volcanics, they just need that one little extra card. But that's the whole concept of TimeWizrdRefurbished, right? Being able to splash new stuff with old stuff and just build a whole new generation with it. So we see Andrew go ahead and start off game 2. He activates Reinforcement Army at Stratos, or I guess a little debate whether he is or isn't. So yeah, he does end up deciding to get the Stratos. Then he activates the Summoner Art, possibly adding the Red Eyes or the Blue Eyes. I'm sorry, not the Blue Eyes, the Dark Magician. So either or, just so they can activate Polymerization if that's what he does have. And sure enough, he Polymerizes 2 to special summon Dragoons. And he passes his turn with a 3,000 monster negate, undestructible, untargetable. But oh no, Alvin did have the Volcanic Queen and Andrew scoops it up. I mean, that one was a rough one. And by what I did see in Alvin's hand, he was about to make his own Dragoons and pop off himself too. So I guess it was just an unfortunate event that they had to face each other in, round 1 mirror match. Just because this card alone is hard to beat in this type of format, right? So I know it's something different, right? Not everyone's gonna love this or enjoy this, but for those of you guys that want to get involved and want to be like, all right, sure, maybe you know of a modern card that is able to take a lot of these Edison cards down, or just have some different idea and intake, feel free to comment, message me, and we can always set something up to get everybody involved. I'm trying to get this going where we can have bigger tournaments down the line, right? So, but for now, peace out, and see you guys for round 2. Later.